On episode 2 of Cooking with the Doctor. We're on meal 2 of the ingredient challenge. This one, this one's a special one. So this challenge, as presented by friend Josh, is the prickly pear fruit, also known as tuna in Spanish, not to be confused with the fish tuna. But yeah, right here. So I got 2 of these. And what I'm going to do today is I am actually going to go ahead and make a salsa out of this. Okay? So what I have here, I have 2 of these prickly pear fruits. Okay? I have here a white onion. I'm only going to be using maybe a third of it, but I'll still be using it. I got 2 let me actually get these out of the bag to show you. I'm going to be dicing these up anyways. I'm going to be using at least 1. I might put in a second serrano pepper. I'm not sure. Yeah, these are delicious, but man, they're hot, so I'll probably stick with 1, especially since I'm also putting in 1 of these. Okay, the classic jalapeno pepper. And what else I have going on as far as ingredients go, I decided to get myself, just to add a little bit more to the fruitiness that we're going to get from the prickly pear fruit, I got myself some raisins. And then just to give it, once again, a bit more of that salsa feel, I got some garlic. And then what I'm going to be using is I do have some, let me grab it out of the cupboard here. I know you're back there, you son of a gun. Chili powder, okay? So we're going to be using those ingredients, okay? So, first step, okay? First thing I am going to want to do is I am going to want to go ahead and chop up, okay, what I have going on ingredient-wise. So let me start with the peppers, the jalapeno, and the serrano, okay? Get the camera away from that sink. No, nobody wants to see that. Okay. So, those. Okay. And some people want it clearly deseeded. I am neutral in this situation. I'm not going to do a serious deseeding. I think it ends up being more work than it's worth. Okay. Go ahead and yeah. And so you know, I did wipe these down ahead of time. You want to wipe down or rinse any of your vegetables, any of your fresh produce that you get from the store. Okay, so yeah, you want to get a bit of that. So you see how there's this lighter color interior stuff. You want to get that out of there for the most part. You know, that's not where the flavor is. The flavor is going to be here in the outer, kind of the, right there. You see, it's hard to see, but there's those veins right there. That's where the good stuff is. Okay, that's where a bunch of the flavor and a bunch of the heat is going to be. Like I said, I'm giving this a casual de-seeding. Nothing too formal here. Okay. So again, same sort of process. You just want to get most of the seeds out. And for me, the seeds thing is a texture thing. I could care less about the seeds' flavor. Just if I have something with these in it, I don't want it to be chock full of seeds. Like I said, some seeds here and there, whatever. But yeah, you just don't want a whole bunch of seeds. Let me actually try to get that cleared out a little bit better. Okay, now it is maybe a little bit better with the de-seeding. Like I said, no need to go crazy with the de-seeding because you'll just be spending half your time on this meal trying to de-seed stuff, so no need to worry about that too much. However, at this point in time, I'm actually going to start up real quickly just to get a view. See right here, okay? There's a special little grillet, okay? So, non-stick grillet, and I'm going to turn this on medium high, okay? And I'm going to go back to this. Alrighty here. And as far as how fine to chop things up, that's up to you. That's personal taste and preference. There is no secret to once it gets so chopped, it's good to go. Since we're making a salsa, though, I'll actually pull out the big knife for this one. Just help move this along. And also the technical name for this, okay, for this griddle over here is a colma. Okay, that's the technical name for the kind of griddle it is. Okay, so yeah, getting this bigger knife and kind of just trying to get some finer chops to it. Okay. Admittedly, I know that I said medium high. Since it's going to be a little bit before we get everything up on there, I'm actually going to turn this on medium low instead. Okay, let's get the first helping. Yeah. And note what I already have prepared behind this is a pot, which is where we're going to be putting the ingredients once they are cooked. Once we get the first set of ingredients in, we'll be, we will definitely be putting that on a low, not low, we'll be taking it from the medium low to a higher setting. This, and then that we'll be keeping on a low as we're adding ingredients. Okay, next guy up. Take that little guy over there. Okay, onion. Okay, onion. I'm going to take about half of this. Onions can be tough at times. See, at times the big knife won't do the job. You're going to have to get that little guy in there. Okay, so that's honestly about all the onion I'll need once I call it. If I need a little bit more, I can toss a little bit more in. Okay. So onions, the key thing with onions is you definitely want to keep that first layer or so out. Like you definitely want to keep that first layer so the skin away from what you're doing, what you're cooking. Okay. Yeah, just get this, toss these, that right there. Okay, then at this point, yeah, I can probably chop some more, chop it a bit more finely. Alright. Now, take the onions, try to get it out over here. Okay. So, get all of that going. Focus more over here. Can I get that zoom? No. That's all right. Okay. So, what we want to use for this is a non-sharp, preferably plastic utensil. Let me get some of this stuff over here. I'll be using these, so I won't wipe that away. And so you're going to want to be grilling this on here. You want to get a little bit of caramelization. So yeah, you're going to want to get some browning here, a little bit of caramelization. And to help out with that, don't be afraid to put just a splash, I'm only putting a splash here, of olive oil. Okay, maybe a little more than a splash, but it'll buff out. Okay. And as far as when I'm going to be adding the garlic, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till I have the different peppers and the onion up in the pot over here. That is when I'm going to put the garlic on this pan just for maybe a minute or two. The one thing you do not want to do is overcook garlic by one bit. Like the moment garlic starts browning, like, you know, you are on the clock seriously. Okay, because the difference between toasted garlic and burnt shit can be at times maybe 30 seconds. Okay, so be aware of that. I mean, I love garlic. I mean, I probably, at least half my meals probably involve, that I cook at home here, involve me putting garlic in it, but you got to be careful. Okay, letting it roast here, letting it roast. Yeah, let's turn this up at this point. Now that we have the onion and both peppers, let's just turn it up. Hopefully you can hear that nice little sizzle. I hear it. Trust me on it if you can't hear me. If you can't hear it, trust me that it's there. Ooh, okay, maybe a little on the too hot side. Take it down to maybe a medium. I admit I probably didn't cut it fine enough for being a salsa. Salsa, you typically think a much finer cut, but I'll survive. I'll manage, but if you're looking to entertain guests, yeah, definitely, you know, want to make sure it's probably a little finer cut than I have it. Alrighty. We're almost there. But as we're getting almost there, okay, I'll let that sit here. We're actually going to take a look at our two friends here. Okay, so first prickly pear fruit. Okay, rinse it. And what we're going to do, move the camera back down here. Okay. Again, nobody wants to see the sink. Okay. You're going to want to cut it at really both ends here. It's a bit difficult. So what you see here, it doesn't look that appetizing, but this is the good stuff right here. Okay, and watch this. I'm just going to take a little piece off and have a little sample here. Okay, sorry, we're back. Slight technical difficulties. But yeah, I just tried this. Oh, this right here, legit. Okay. Thank you, Josh, for recommending this. This is going to make a great salad. This is really easy to peel off. Yeah, just looking at this. So get all of this over to the side here. And then let's get this second one in here. Why not, huh? Why not? The ends, and then cut in half. Yeah, it is very much somewhere along the lines of like a melon, watermelon, peach, that area, okay? That sort of neighborhood. Now, the one thing you might notice is all the seeds, and I'm going to say that I'm going to make a half-assed attempt at deseeding this because there's so many seeds. I don't think that it's going to work. But yeah, so you end up wanting to cut it a bit. Okay, and I now have the skillet, the colma on low for right now. And what I'm actually going to do is, I'm actually first, I'm not even going to try to half-ass get these seeds out. There's way too many seeds. However, if you are looking to get seeds out, a food processor and a metal mesh strainer will work wonders there. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these guys all up in here. I'm going to do that. Oh yeah. Get my hands washed here. Sorry, get some dishes out of the way. Washing hands because we like to be sanitary here. Although I'm not a medical doctor, okay, I have a doctorate in philosophy for political science. Still, that sort of cleanliness is always good. So, yeah, so we have this. I'm going to return this to medium just for a quick moment. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start getting this up in here. And I'm going to do something a bit unsafe. Typically, kids and just anybody else at home, okay, you don't want to be grabbing this at this point with it being hot. Okay, you do not want to do that. I'm trying to move this around a little too much. Sorry here. Okay, get this moving. Let it just kind of slide off right into there. Okay, getting the last few bits. Once again, keep your hands safe from that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back to a low temperature, and we're going to let these guys, we're going to let our garlic roast a little bit here. Okay, so we don't want too much garlic, but probably about that much, like a small spoonful. I mean, I love garlic. I can never get enough of it. Okay, so kind of, just let it kind of spread out. Keep your eye on this though, even on low. Okay, it's going to be a bit of a tricky bastard. So what I do with this back pot though, that you can't quite see, I'll admit, I got the garlic, not garlic, I have the chili powder, okay? And I am going to definitely do some chili powder here. Okay, and then I got some of the raisins. I'm not going to use all the raisins, but I'm going to probably use a good chunk of them just to add to this. Okay, so that's probably what I was guessing. That's probably like maybe 2.5 tablespoons. I don't know. I'm not great at that sort of measurement thing. Okay, so got that going on. Let this roast. And as this is roasting, this back pan right here. Okay, one of the things I am going to be doing is I'm going to be trying to mash this up. Okay. And to do so, I mean, I'm not going to go hardcore. I could have tried and put it in a mortar and pestle sort of thing ahead of time. But I'm like, nah, I'm not going to mortar and pestle it. Because I don't have one, so I need to go get a mortar and pestle. And for a food processor, once again, I would have to go get it. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. This is strong stirring right now, getting all cooked together. Once we're done, I'm going to put it in a bowl and take a heavy fork to it. But right now, we're letting the garlic just roast up just a little bit. Not too much. You want to just get the slightest indication that it's browning. Otherwise, like if you let it go too far, obviously, burnt garlic, that's just bad. That's just bad news all around. Okay. At this point, I think I'm good with the garlic, so I'm going to go ahead, transport it over here. Scrape it off the backside here. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. Actually, what I'll do is I'll move this guy carefully without burning my hands too much over here. Okay. So let it cook some. Good. Smells good. Definitely smells good. Okay, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see here because we're going to need to end up getting it a bit more mixed than it already is. I want it to cook a little bit. So I want the key here is I'm trying to get the prickly pear fruit a little caramelized, and this to show you a little bit of that hot salsa action right there. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's your money shot right there. Let that cook a little bit more. Okay. Oh, you hear that good sizzle? I currently have it on a medium, slightly to the high side temperature. Yeah, what I'm definitely expecting from this, though, I'm expecting a very sweet heat coming in here between the raisins and the prickly pear fruit, and then the on one hand, and then the chili powder, the jalapenos, and the serranos on the other. I think it's going to be a good mixture. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off right now. I'm going to get a bowl out. We're not going to go too high tech here, just a typical porcelain house bowl. Okay, so get that in there. And then what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to get myself a heavy fork. Where are you? I know you're around here. Oh, right here. And the dishes need to wash him up. Okay. With that, just kind of press down hard. Try to move whatever is kind of still in bigger chunks to the middle. Press down. It's working there hard. And that's the key, is try to press against the sides especially. That's where you're going to get a lot of the squishing, which is what you're looking for. A lot of the more squishing action. It's going to be against the walls. Okay. So, squishing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead, I'm going to return this to here, okay? Return this to here. And I'm going to put it on a lower temperature now. I'm going to put it on a kind of a slow simmer. And I'm going to shoot for about 10 or so minutes on the slow simmer. Okay? And I'll be stirring it occasionally. But yeah, put it on low. Figure about 10 minutes or so. So I'll be back to you guys afterwards.
11 minutes later.
Here I'm back again. We're right at about the 10-minute mark. So I'm going to take it off its heat. Okay? Take the salsa off the heat. And then I already got chips in one of the bowls. I don't think I need to show you guys how to do that. Hopefully not. And I'm going to take the salsa here back into there, and then I'm going to go ahead and just do just a little bit more of that mixing, trying to soften up, like break up the prickly pear fruit just a little bit more. Okay, so here we go. The moment of truth with this right up, kind of, sorry, just breaking up just a little bit more. Okay, moment of truth. Here we go. I would say yes. Dude, come on. You don't want any of this. Trust me. Despite what you think, you don't want any of this. Broken chip right there. Yeah, I would say that worked out pretty well, if I do say so myself. Yeah, that's just a solid. Hey, dude, come on. Say hey, dude. Yeah, come on, you don't want that. This right here, is this a solid fruit and pepper salsa? So yeah, that's a wrap. I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of this off camera, and you guys take care.